I'm gonna try to get this over with as fast as I possibly can because yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. And I fully forgot to do the whole timestamp thing, so y'all are just gonna have to try to figure out which spot is what. I think the thing to talk about tonight is, well, the most interesting thing to talk about is, I don't know. I don't know. I guess the main event was good. Roman comes out, takes forever to come out. We then get Jacob Fatu to come out, dead ass. I heard Roman Reigns' theme song start. I muted it so I can focus and try to edit and shit to do for my next video, which will be the Backlash predictions video coming out Wednesday. And I literally said I don't have to pay attention until like 9:15. I unmuted at 9:15 and Roman started with the acknowledge me chant. It's like, okay, yeah, I was right because we just started. But I don't know if y'all can hear me. The mic, I think the mic was too high. But yeah, acknowledge me and all that. And Roman was just running down through Jacob saying, hey man, you gotta stop using the Tongan death grip. That is for like last resort option. If you are in a bar fight and there are like 29 other guys, use it. You shouldn't be using that Tongan death grip right now. And Jacob just said, hey, this is dire means. I need this belt. And I'm willing to do anything and I'm willing to go through anybody for that belt. So if anything, my use of it is in dire need. And then Roman was just like, hey, I know you're trying to do good for your kids, do good for your family. I've been doing that for our entire family for years. You're worried about putting food on your kids' table. I'm worried about putting food on the entire family's table. You're worried about your kids' education. I'm worried about the entire family generation of education. You see, Jacob, we are equal because we're blood. We're equal because we're blood. We're on the same field because we're blood. In this ring, in this company, in this industry, I am above you. You are beneath me. And Jacob just hits some Tongan death grip. Bah! Tongan death grip. It never lets go, basically. Like at one point, he didn't let go for a second, and then Roman goes for a Superman punch. Jacob said, "Gah! Death grip." And at one point, at the end, he just flipped him through the table onto the table. He didn't go through it, but he flipped him within the table. Signs the contract, and the match is official. Jacob and Roman at Backlash. Wow, who would have thought? Yeah, who would have thought? I didn't think they'd do it. Oh, my phone's about to die. I need my notes. There we go. All right, all that saying, my phone was dead ass on 1%. I need these notes because it was an all right episode of Raw. It was just fine. That was dead ass the main event. I will say, I understand it's Roman Reigns, big star. I miss when the main event of Raw was matches. I miss it. Because at that point, because it's like, okay, we had everything that was promised to us, apart from this talking segment, apart from this promo, there go, I feel like I don't really need to pay attention anymore. Like, at least the match, I can at least kind of zone into the match and be like, this is really good moves, this is really good action, this is real good storytelling. A promo, I don't fully care about. It's just talking. You know what I mean? It's just talking. I don't care too much about the talking. Depending on the stars. Like Roman, I can care. So in his promo segments, I understand why he's the main event. But I like matches to main event. Me personally, though. Anyways, yeah, let's get on to the show. I'm so tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna this is gonna be try to be the briefest review I can do of this show. The first note I took was there are too many Americanos. We'll get to that in a second. Roman gets into the building, he's storming. He grabs his title, he gets out the car, he's storming. Pierce is like, hey bud, listen, I know you got a contract this time, but I gotta talk to you. He's like, fuck you, Pierce. Where the fuck is Jacob? And he's like, oh, he's not here yet. It's like, oh. I guess I don't know, I'll wait till the main event then, I guess. And Seth Rollins comes into the frame, and it's a nice little stare down between Rollins and Reigns, and Rollins is just like, hey bud, you're in my way, can you like just scoot over a little bit, just a little bit, thank you. And he gets out, he's doing his whoa, and then Braun kills him. Nice little spear, good little spear at the very end in the ring. That was nice, brutal. After the whole thing is situated between Braun and Seth, they get everybody escorted. Michael Cole was telling us that there was some trouble in paradise going on in the Judgment Day. I fucking see you, Michael. I see you. Thank you, Michael. I see you. That ass put a grin on my face. I was so happy. What the fuck? New Day's gone. Apparently, from sources, don't know how true these sources are, but sounds about right. It sounds pretty true, but apparently through sources, TKO was gonna have the New Day re-signed, but re-signed to like lesser deals. They wouldn't be getting like a guaranteed amount of money. Instead, they'd be getting bonus. So like they work a selective amount of matches, merch. They'd only be getting the merch, bonus, all that shit. They basically just be getting bonuses instead of a guaranteed amount of money. And they just said no. And that's fair. Kofi's been there a little over 20 years, close to 20 years, and Woods has been up there, I've learned now, for about 16 years. About 15, 16 years. So yeah, the fact y'all are not giving these two guys major contract signings is crazy. Anyways, yeah, that made me happy though. We got Judgment Day drama going on. Liv being like, so why the hell was Finn back there? And why didn't you tell us, Roxanne? Why do I have to go through Netflix to learn that Finn Balor was in our clubhouse? So someone does watch this show. I like that. And Roxanne was just like, hey, I had nothing to do with it. As y'all, if you've watched it, you see, I'm in the Judgment Day. I am sold on the Judgment Day. I'm loyal to the Judgment Day. Y'all don't gotta worry about a thing. Cool. And they just all leave. We get Finn Balor versus JD McDonough in a very good match. It was a good match. This is where the review is really going to be cut, because I'm really just going to talk about the end and maybe a thing or two that happened that caught my attention. But yeah, it was a good match. At one point, Roxanne and the rest of the Judgment Day get out there to, I guess, Judgment Day all over the place. Dominic gets ejected out. Roxanne had grabbed the bell hammer. If I could lodge that into Finn's like chest to throat, whatever, like sternum, I guess sternum. JD hits the headbutt. 1, 2, 3. JD picks up the win against Finn Balor. Cool, great, whatever. Hey guys, did you know that Hulk Hogan has a documentary out on Netflix? Cause I did. I'm going to tell y'all now, I did watch all of it. I'm going to be doing a full review on all 4 episodes, and without giving anything away, I don't care. This doc was just nothing. What I took away from the documentary is every single person who spoke in this doc, to some degree, is insane. To some degree, not like actually mental hospital insane, but to another degree, you're 49 years old. Grow the fuck up. Anyways, yeah, I'll get into all of that in my video that will be out at some point. I still need to finish my little script so I know everything that goes on. I have my basic notes, but I need to put everything into a little script so I have something to like go off of. But yeah, what the hell. Vision is backstage making fun of Seth Rollins. He talks like a dumb. And then, I hated this. I didn't like that. But yeah, Paul comes in to save it like, is Seth Rollins still breathing? Because if he is, what the fuck are you doing back here? Kill him! And then Logan blows up like, you know who isn't going to be breathing soon? Joe Hendry. Because I hate that guy. I'm going to hospitalize him so hard. And Paul was like, no you're not, Austin Theory is. Cool, I guess. We then get Javon Evans and Penta versus Rusev and Ethan Page in a very, very good match. I don't know why it cost so long. This was an amazing match. Javon and Penta worked very well as a team. Ethan sold his goddamn ass off for everybody, and I loved it. The ending came when Javon had gotten Rusev onto the table, getting ready to do a fucking top rope splash, which, don't do that. Ethan pushes Javon off. Penta gets in to attack Ethan, and then before he could do like a senton out to the outside, Penta jobs. Ethan pulls his leg out from underneath him, and Rusev slams Penta onto the table for Ethan to hit like a fisher hook suplex for the 1-2-3. I think that's his new finisher. I don't care, but it was cool, and Ethan Page and Rusev win. Which honestly, I don't know if this fucked up the audio completely, and I'm cool with that. Which honestly, I think is the best choice. I like that. Sorry, Javon, but I like that. Sol Ruka has officially signed to Monday Night Raw, but before she can even put pen to paper, she's already made enemies with Becky Lynch, who was really just like, you promised me a segment tonight. Who the fuck is she doing here? And Sol Ruka really just called Becky a big-headed bitch. How could you? They argue and spat a little bit. Sol finally signs the contract, gives it to Adam Pearson. Becky going to swing straight for Sol. Sol dodges and straight to Pierce's jaw. They're doing a little spat now, Pearson, Becky, and Sol Ruka attempts to hit the Soul Snatcher. She saved it. There was a definite slip at the first step, and it was noticeable, but she saved it, and she did hit the Soul Snatcher. So thank God. If she didn't save that, it would have been a problem. Because no. But she saved it, and it was all good. Sol Ruka is a great addition to Monday Night Raw. The Usos were backstage, really just talking, really just saying to Jackie, hey, we're only here if shit really breaks down against Jacob and OTC. They were never seen again. And then Jay said yeet, because he can't go a segment without yeeting. He can't. We then get Joe Hendry versus Austin Theory, where Logan Paul confirms that TKO can't fire him because he's unfireable. It was a good match. It was fine. Joe Hendry got to do his hits. He got to sell a lot, and right after he does this little fadeaway slam kick up into the turn to the camera, Logan Paul attacks him for the DQ. And so they're being Hendry. We then get the Street Profits to come in and, again, quote unquote, even the odds. There's more of y'all now that's not really evening the odds, but whatever. And then until we get Braun Breaker, now the odds are even. And then Braun kills both of them. He fucking grabbed Montez and literally, still standing, threw him over his head to the outside of the ring. Wow. Wow. And then, absolutely, like, I don't even know if it was a clothesline, but he bodied Dawkins and then grabbed him for a German suplex. I think it was just a straight clothesline he hit. But he yikes. Oh my goodness. And then right before he was going to hit the spear on, I think Dawkins, yeah. Seth Rollins gets involved and attacks Braun Breaker for the attack that he did earlier tonight. And Seth got him right where he wanted for the stomp until Montez came in and did his cool little flip over to the outside, over the corner to the outside to the group of people waiting beneath him. Seth turns around like, the fuck he come from? Spear straight spear from Braun Breaker. Turns around straight into a spear. That was funny. I liked it. It was a great little. It was great. It was a great brawl. Great match. It was fine. Cool. Judgment Day talks about, hey, we want the tag team champions because, well, what else are we gonna do? You know? And then Bayley and Lana was like, no, we want the tag team champions. It was like, no, you two are losers. Bye bye. That was very pointless. We then get to me, at least, the best thing on the show, Oba Femi. There's no Oba Femi, the best thing on the show. Honestly, I probably should have opened with this, because this was wonderful. This was what I was waiting for. Oba Femi comes out, looking, the best he is. It says, it's now time for the open challenge. Who's going to answer it? The Alpha Academy music hits. Now, because I did forget that there was another group with Chad Gable in it, I heard Alpha Academy's music and I said, is Chad Gable back to fight Oba? And then I remembered, oh yeah, that's Alpha Academy. And out comes Tozawa. And I did think, oh no, he's gonna die. Until Tozawa looked up at Oba and said, no sir, and gets Otis involved. Alright, now we're talking. And it's just kind of even, Oba would hit a move, Otis stands. Otis would hit a move, Oba is just standing. At one point they're doing the back forth. They're both running at each other. Oba fucking uppercut square to the jaw of Otis. It was beautiful. It almost looked like it stunned Otis. Cause he got hit. It looked like usually with a suplex, it's like you fall immediately. It looked like he got hit and then realized, oh shit, and then his body fully levitated into the air. It was beautiful. He then got him up for the fucking shot put. He just got him and just threw him. He threw him so far. He's too big to be thrown like that. And then he hits him with the fall from grace. But not how he normally does, where he pops him up and then does. He literally got him up to the turnbuckle, went underneath him, pressed him up, boom, sit down too. He did the sit down fall from grace, and Oba wins. This was wonderful. This is great. I'm very excited to see who else answers the challenge. Io and Asuka had an interview, and it was good. I just couldn't care. Blue missed, Io was blinded, and Asuka was carried away. So I said this is going to be quick. I'm actually almost out of time. What the hell? Los Americanos versus Los Mexicanos. It's Ludwig Kaiser, it's Tyler Bate, and Pete Dunne, allegedly, versus Chad Gable, Brutus Creed, and Julius Creed, allegedly. All in masks. What the fuck? This is the only time in the El Grande storyline where I felt stupid for watching. Cause what is going on? Now, felt stupid, yes. The match was great. I actually really like this match. And I am partially surprised. I'm partially surprised only because there's too many Americanos. There should not be this many Americanos. I actually didn't. American Mexicanos win. Cool. It was fine. John is coming to Backlash. Fucking retired. You can't retire and then be like, yeah, I'm just gonna start showing up at PLEs. Go away, John. Apparently he has a big announcement, a very important announcement. Don't care. And then we had the main event. 3 out of 5 show. It was alright. Nothing to complain about. I think it was pretty good. The 2 matches I'd honestly have you go out of your way to watch is also, I just thought about, I don't think we had a singles women's match tonight. Crazy. Yeah, no, Oba and Otis, and I'd actually have you go out of your way to watch all the Americanos fight. It was very good. But make sure you like, you share, you comment, you subscribe. Please, 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 please turn on that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload. The next video will be on Wednesday when I finally release my Backlash predictions. Friday will be the SmackDown review, and then Saturday will be my Backlash review. And once again, that Hulk Hogan documentary review will be coming out very, very soon. I just need to finish my script and get the B-roll so I can at least put something in the video. But that will be all for me tonight.